are more flexible and cost-efficient. Their common feature is the use of the F-35B, a fifth-generation fighter capable of short takeoff and vertical landing. This eliminates the need for complex catapult systems while still delivering formidable strike power. While the U.S. maintains its Nimitz and Ford-class supercarriers, carrying up to 90 aircraft, Japan, Italy, and the UK have chosen a more pragmatic path. Smaller fleets that can deploy faster and operate at lower costs. This difference is not only technical but reflects strategic philosophy. The US seeks overwhelming global dominance, whereas Japan and Europe aim for agile regional strength. For Japan, the Izumo is a statement. Despite the constraints of its pacifist constitution, Tokyo will not stand aside in the race for defense technology. The Izumo is both a shield defending the homeland and a sword, enabling Japan to play a deeper role in the Indo-Pacific security structure. In a sense, the Izumo's emergence is also a signal to China and Russia. Japan is ready. A key aspect of Japan's strategy is the ability to conduct allied joint operations. The Izumo never sails alone. It is always tied to U.S. forces in the region, from Yokosuka to Guam and Hawaii. The presence of F-35Bs on Izumo means Japan can share capabilities with allies, creating a unified network of power. In the event of a crisis in the South China Sea or the Taiwan Strait, the Izumo can quickly join a U.S. carrier strike group. This is the critical factor that reassures Washington of Tokyo's role. However, this also presents a challenge. Japan may be drawn deeper into regional conflicts, beyond its traditional defensive posture. The question is, will Japanese society, long accustomed to a pacifist constitution, accept an Izumo with offensive capability? What is certain is that merely maintaining the Izumo and its F-35B squadron costs billions of dollars annually. This is not just a military issue, but also a political and economic burden. There is no denying that the upgraded Izumo has elevated Japan into the ranks of the few nations with true aircraft carriers. From relying solely on missile defense and U.S. bases, Tokyo now possesses a symbol of sea power. This forces neighboring countries to change their perspective. China, with its supercarriers like the Type 003, cannot underestimate Izumo, since the F-35B is the only stealth fighter in Asia capable of operating from a medium-sized carrier. Russia, focused on its Arctic and Pacific fleets, must also recalculate upon seeing Japan project power offshore. At the same time, the Izumo creates pressure on South Korea, a country pursuing its own carrier ambitions. With Tokyo taking such a long stride, Seoul can hardly stay out of the race. The most important question, will the Izumo serve as an effective deterrent or drag Japan into new spirals of tension? Either way, the Izumo has made it clear. Japan is no longer an observer, but a direct player at the table of 21st century maritime power. Izumo is not just a ship. It is Japan's strategic statement to the world. In an era where weapon technologies shift rapidly, from stealth UAVs and hypersonic missiles to directed energy weapons, Tokyo's choice to bet on the F-35B is a declaration. Japan intends to be present in every major game. Looking back at history, Japan was once an empire with a navy feared worldwide. After its defeat in World War II, it was forced to abandon the dream of aircraft carriers. But now, as the F-35B takes off from Izumo's deck, history seems to have come full circle. Japan returns as a maritime power. Yet the question remains, will Izumo and the F-35B be enough to face the future challenges as the US, China, and Russia all accelerate with next-generation carriers and weapons? The answer cannot be given today, but one thing is certain, Izumo has opened the door, and Japan has stepped through it. What is the lesson? Power is not only about weapons, but also about determination, the ability to learn, and the courage to change. Izumo stands as proof of that spirit. Will Japan continue to build surface warships larger than the Izumo class in the future? Power comes not only from modern weapons, but also from determination, the ability to learn and adapt quickly to the times. Japan, like any country, can only maintain its position if it dares to invest, dare to change, and dare to enter the big game. SAO, do you think whether the Japanese Izumo is strong enough to become the Lightning aircraft carrier and bring Japan back to its powerful position? Please leave your comments in the comments section. Once a powerful power in the world, can it return to its golden age? If you find this video valuable, useful, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to support High Daily Military News. I'm High. See you again in the next videos.